Hello everyone, we are here for Kubera. Will be a shorter one this week, because it's very busy for me. Quite tired. I'm nearly at the end of university, only 2 more exams as of playing this, as of this going up. I'll have done my 3rd. I only have 1 more to do. Which will be grand. Although only having 2 days to prepare for it isn't grand, but hey, there's that. Anyway, enough about me and my life, let's get into the fun stuff. Yeah. Why are you so surprised? I thought you came after seeing the records that time created for the past 7 years. The situation wasn't mentioned there. Oh, I see. So the human who came first told you. Unfortunately, those records aren't some kind of answer sheet for everything. The past is fixed, but the future is split into so many different choices. Since you can't just memorize all of them, you need to look for those that seem more plausible. For someone who has a limited memory, it's inevitable that some parts are missed. Maybe it would have been more useful if a 5th Zen slot. No. Rather, more useless since you all throw it away at the top whenever you get the chance. Cut the small talk and just get to the point. If you're worthless as a source of information, there's no reason for me to keep a threat to my summoner alive. Season 3, episode 148. Separation Gate. Interesting exchange, though. Whoa, you're being scary today, Agni. Was it that big of a deal that I threatened your summoner? I won't kill her anyway, alright. If I was really going to kill her, I would have done so right away without talking to her. I want to talk things out. But I don't get why you and your summoner prefer violence so much. Oh, right. I have some meaningful information for you. Bro, look at Brilla's face here. Like, huh? Huh? You stupid, you bitch! From those records, I saw that your summoner had many misfortunes in her past lives. When it comes to misfortunes of a human, you can't leave out being trampled by Sura, can you? And the one who gave your summoner some unforgettable pain is... No need to listen more. That's wrong, Sagara. The Sura that tortured me were different every time. Their names weren't worth remembering. I don't have time to remember and pay attention to such things. What? You didn't deny it earlier. Oh. Yeah. Because obviously she doesn't... She's being the bigger person, if you will. She understands that Godhava is important for the sake of best possible future. And is also aware that if Agni finds out what Godhava did in the past, he will probably blow his lid. You don't want that. So... put on airs when Agni... It's because she thinks Agni won't stand by if he finds out. He's been speaking politely to me now. Interesting. Okay, then shall we talk about something else? About how to resurrect Ananta back to how he looked when he was alive? No need to hear that either. It's impossible. You're wrong. I need to hear about it. If there's a way to resurrect Ananta, please explain it, Sagara. Depending on what it is, we may cooperate with you. Nope. Brilith, don't be tricked. That guy's destroyed cities and killed humans. Can't do anything for Ananta. Then you both have the same principles behind your actions, but your targets are different. Agni, you said it yourself a while ago. You made it sound as if there was a way to resurrect Ananta back to normal. But when I asked you again, you refused to speak. If you won't tell me the truth, I must hear it from Sagara. Very trustworthy source, of course. Yeah. Snakes are known for telling the truth and not being deceptive. But also incredibly understandable from Brilith's point of view. Yeah? Agni is being sus. That exchange was weird. He sowed the seeds of doubt himself, whether it be purpose or otherwise. I don't would have been, but you know. Hey, Agni. Looks like your summoner is much more reasonable than you are. Thought it would seem. Hey, you speak. Thank you. I don't know who you are, though. Jeez, I thought it was just a Gasak. Now to look more closely, he's a little different. Yeah, his hair's way shorter. One. Also, his skin's got more of a reddish hue than Gasak. A human with red fur? I feel a fur attribute too. He looks very different from Arguin that I saw before the Cataclysm. But humans change fast. Are you Arguin? What? Of course not. Arguin was next to me, so she's probably somewhere around. That lump, Arguin. Oh! Arguin! Arguin! That's not good. That's not. That's bad. That's very bad. Listen to me, Gasak. You shouldn't mess up an important job just because you're unsure of your daughter's safety. If your daughter is alive, that Taraka will be the greatest threat in the world she'll live in. So believe in the possibility of her being alive and kill that thing first. Oh. Alright. Okay. I don't see how you were struggling before. Alright. Right, I forgot. Whether my daughter lives or dies, it's you who situation. You're a target of revenge if my daughter is dead, but an enemy if she is alive. You deserve to die regardless of my daughter's safety. That is true. What are you doing, Godhava? If you don't annihilate it quickly, it will be regenerated again. Resurrected. Right. That dive is pretty fast. Well, that's like the dragon. Yes. Finally. Is it completely over now? Godhava? No. It's... I'm just happy that Taraka ended... These are probably tears of joy. No. It isn't because I'm happy. It's strange. Taraka was annihilated. Should be happy. But it feels like something's gone terribly wrong. Miss Teo? Miss Teo woke up! Whose soul? Which soul? Hers? Or Manaka's? Alright, hold on. There's something I want to talk about real quick, actually. Hold up. Just thinking about Teo. Right. The fucking naming scheme the Kubera community has come up with for these people. Thank you, Azrael, for the comment about this. But, you know, AHR Brilith for Ancient Human Race Brilith makes perfect sense, you know. I mean, it makes it sound like a bloody alt and a gacha, but, you know, it makes sense. Manaka in Teo being Manateo, yeah, Menateo, sure, yeah, makes sense. Manaka in Taraka's body and Teo in Taraka's body are Menaraka and Teoraka. Like, these are getting, again, that, yes, sure. Then we have original Ayurveda is just OG Ayurveda. The Kinara with Ayurveda's name is Kinara Ayurveda. That one, okay, that's a bit of a mouthful. That is a bit of a mouthful. Like, come on. God Kubera, or Alex, is God Kubera, or GK, right? That makes sense, but Hinarivada, that's just so long. Who thought that was who came up with that? Who came up with it? It's very wordy, is all I'll say. But, I mean, the rest makes sense, but that one is... You know... I mean, I can't think of a better one. Because you just overlap them. When they do overlap pretty well, it's just eye in a weird place, right? So, but again, weird. It's just very, very wordy. Yeah, anyway. Back to Kubera from that weird side rant. I walk endlessly on the dark and damp shore. I almost read that as road, and it made me think of Boulevard of Broken Dreams. God's sake. On that seemingly endless road, saw a ray of light. Beyond that light, someone called me. Run a little faster before you get caught. I don't know from what we're running. This is likely Manaka. I remember it's a body covered with wounds. Faint smile. A voice trailing off. I'll take all of the sins that these hands are. You go back to where you're from and find your happiness. I hope you'll be able to recognize the one who really loves you. Now, who is this? One question. Looks like Yama, I think? Might be Yama. This I'm presuming is Manaka. However, the blonde hair could mean it's Teo, but it is also very inconspicuous on who it could be. I mean, Manaka's hair wasn't this color. However, if she's been reborn after having her soul, Teo's soul kind of clash a little, that could, you know, influence things. Interesting. Season 3, episode 149. Separation 29. Where am I? Why am I here? Looks like temporary memory loss from shock. Rana said it could be a psychological problem. Is this the Earth Temple? Miss Teo, you and Princess Lila. Get closer and tell her. No, I'm a little scared. Magicians, if you can't be of help, could you step aside? Teo, are you alright? Larry? I don't know how much you remember. This is the Earth Temple. You had a bad fight with Lila and got stabbed with her spear. The wound was bad. Your breathing and pulse stopped for a moment. Lila stabbed me? What did I do to get stabbed? There really is a problem with your memory. Well, I don't know in detail, since I didn't see it myself. But the very person who stabbed you asked you to be healed without saying much. From that, it doesn't seem you're the only one with problems. There must have been a difference of opinion. To be honest, I'm on your side, Teo. Lila used to get on your nerves so often. Having a god as her backup. The N19 Fighter Championship trophy was stolen before your eyes. What? N19? It's N19 now? No, that was 4 years ago. And now it's N23. What? How much memory did you lose? Yeah, she's got her original soul back. It's her original soul. Back from How many years has it been? 7? So what, N... The math in my brain is not... I'm so fucking drained, bro. 23 minus 7 minus 16? 15, somewhere around there. Depending on how, time has flown since the start of Season 3. Well, Alvin was missing. I was looking for her with the fighters. That was the accident that happened 7 years ago. Teo, stop. Stop thinking. You were rescued and now you're safe. She lost 7 years of memory when she was revived with Odie Vishnu magic. Didn't Miss Teo say she had no memory of that time? Did she lose 7 years and regain the memory of that time? Oh, Miss Teo, I know why the memory came back. I'll explain. Who's this? It's Miss Irie. She's changed over the 7 years. Now she's the president of the Etera Magic Guild. She became the president so shamelessly. That's fine. I don't need to listen to that. So everybody please leave the room. I have a headache. And someone's making it worse. Let me get some rest, please. Yes, Miss Teo. Take it easy. Do you think it's because of Miss Irie? Miss Teo hated her for a long time. It was worse 7 years ago. That was when she couldn't stand even Irie's name being brought up. If the present plan has something different from 7 years ago, it's clear that now I clearly know the importance of the soul that will become the carrier. In the space where I was taken as a side effect of Vishnu magic, there were endless records of the past and future, filled with secrets unknown to me. There was no guarantee I could see them indefinitely. At first, I looked at whatever I could get my hands on. But once I realized it was uncertain how long I could stay in this space, I got anxious. I thought if I let time pass like this, I might not be able to see what's really important. Ananta. Records about Ananta. Need to find a sure way to resurrect him. It wasn't difficult to find his records. His records were massive. Far more massive than any human, Sura, God, or Nastika. The records seemed so infinite that it was impossible to see where it started and ended. But what I could read was only a small fraction. Are there letters that Nastika can't read? Right. I thought I could read almost everything, but those were letters I had never seen or heard of. An ancient language, perhaps? The AHR might be able to translate? Could it be? In the past I could not read. The importance of the soul is emphasized from the beginning. Ananta, the first king of the Ananta, shaped like snakes. His attributes are earth and sky. From hand-to-hand combat, regeneration, transcendental skill, to even terrain and skill combat and skill compatibility. He is the most powerful being in the universe, without a single. Hence, power must coexist with a soul, which can control it properly. I mean, if Ananta was strongest in the universe, how did he come about dying? I don't think this has been explained, but how in the hell did the strongest being in the universe die? What caused that? Because that interests me. I'd like to know. Otherwise, if this is not the case, probably that magician who interrupted me using Vishnu magic had seen those records already, and predicted that my resurrection plan would fail. That magician is Asha. Anyway, Agni, you were right. 7 years ago, I thought you were lying. Interesting. Right. So because Asha had known that Cigar's attempt to revive Vishnu. Revive Vishnu. Revive Ananta would fail. He stopped it. Interesting. That's an interesting interpretation. I wonder if that's true. Because otherwise, why would you try and actually kill God Kubera? Very interesting. I'm very curious who made you so blindly convinced. Just only said it was a 5th Zen god. Now you're willing to say who it was exactly? You know, I can't tell you if I want to. Anyway, after understanding the importance of the soul, the next step was to find a suitable one. The soul is only a container for Ananta. If not, the soul is torn apart in the 0th dimension. I just need to find another soul to replace it. So, the first suitable candidate that I found was the soul who used to be Manaka in the past. Agni ain't happy about that. She was just one of the options. I don't feel right about a container filled with a ridiculous amount of sins, but no records about them. Although... Oh. Hold. Hold. Enhance. Enhance. Zoom. Enhance. You know, looking at the way they're drawn here, they look effeminate. They look more feminine. Is this possibly Manaka? And this is Teo, which is why it leads in. Yeah, that'd make sense. That makes sense. Good work, team. Work. Now, where the hell were we? Down here. I considered her until recently, but gave up in the end. My housemates in the kitchen. I can hear them. I won't shout this. To not be a disturbance. Don't try to get away with it. Say it right. What do you mean you gave up on Manaka? How can she exist at this point? She's dead! Calm down. If people had seen you, they would have thought you're Manaka's husband. Oh. It may not make sense, but Manaka existed until just now. Until just... Oh. While you were here, she was annihilated in another place. Taraka, who was sent to Calabloom, has over a 90% chance of being annihilated by God Hava. It was a line better off annihilated. So, it's good for Manaka too. It has to be sent to where Sagara is. Where is this place? Probably the inner city. It's Misty Shore Temple. Humans around us can't recognize us at all. Looks like some kind of measure was taken. Is it the reason why he hasn't been able to recover? That's... Sagara. And that's the end. I think we'll leave that there. Again, I'm tired, man. It's been a busy week. And next week I will probably be a little bit busy. But I should still be able to record everything. But yeah, we'll leave that there. Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed this shorter, lower energy video. But yeah, but either way, I'm an animosity, you, and I hope you're on time for another video. Ta-ta. Bye now.